Okay, now let's talk about another meta ship.
Meta.
Gdansk.
Yeah,
I'm putting that right up there with
definitely meta.
Yep. This thing is
I think
phenomenal.
it was Alistair who said it. It was a better Smolensk, and I had to think about it for a little time, but I was like, yeah, it actually is. It's got torps, radar, more smoke. I guess maybe it's the same amount of smoke, right?
Mhm.
But god damn, it's good.
Yeah.
A little bit too
Thanks.
easy, maybe.
A little bit too easy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
the dot damage you can do with the thing is insane.
Yeah.
You know, I disagree with that.
Armor.
I disagree with that. Bob was with me when I got my first over 6 fire game in that.
Yeah, right. You've been so unlucky. Meanwhile, everybody gets 15 fires per game.
Yeah.
I get nothing, and I have HE plus on it, and I'm like, come on, why the this not working?
I guess if you got bad RNG one day, Gdansk is not the best ship to play.
I still get 80k in it. Like, I'm still doing big calibers, easy mode, but it's just not getting those fires. Talking about different.
If you don't have Smolensk and you don't want to spend money on Smolensk, just get Gdansk.
Yep, spend the money, skip Lambros.
Yeah, skip that thing. God.
Which one's that one?
The tier
The 9.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
I have people saying it's good, and I'm just like, I guess I'm in the wrong then, because I can't figure that shit out.
I've heard from people it's just unique. You have to really, like, it's a mother's love. You gotta really want to make it work, but it's not fun. Like, they're making it work. They're not saying it's good. It's their
Well, I mean,
play Udoloid.
if I'm the mom, then
Play Friesland.
if I'm the mom, then in my case, I sold my kid after I got a tier 10. So, like, I'm sorry, mother's love was there, but as soon as I had enough free XP, I was gone.
Straight to the dumpster.
Yeah, I went down, bought some milk.
I'm back. I'm gonna go get some cigarettes and milk.
I need some Marlboro Red, son. Fucking Lambros got Sony's man. Greek ship F's in the chat.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, gearing.
Yep.
I think it's just all right. It's not the best, not the worst. It's just solid.
I
I'd
really
say
like gearing for that same
low
reason.
mid competitive. Like, it works. It's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's a great ship. I was surprised because I thought it was going to be boring and like bland, but it's surprisingly fun to play.
Yeah, no, Gearing, I still think Gearing's the best DD line to go down for your first time. It does everything that you need to learn, does it well. It doesn't specialize you, but you get the idea of how to play, DDs in this game. So,
Jack of all trades,
but not quite a master of none, because we do have a master of none situation. We'll get to that one. We will. Which actually, wait, why is that not in here? Did I forget to get? Oh no, it's in there. It's out of order, right? No. No, it's not. Never mind.
There she is.
Never mind. I always hate whenever I forget to put the G in front of Kurfurst. I type it out and then I look at it in the stream and I'm like, that's not in order. Oh wait, no, it is in order. It is. Yeah. I'm just punking myself. Gibraltar.
I love the Jibby.
It's such a good ship and easy to play. 4 smokes? Like, come on. That's too much.
AP only. And its secondaries are worse than Marseille.
It's definitely not a meta ship, but I don't think it deserves to get niche.
Okay. Yeah, no. If anything, high playable, borderline competitive, because I think it's wonderful.
I think those 4 smokes, even though it's pretty easy to hit at Gibraltar, like that massive forehead of a bridge.
Yeah.
But it's still 4 smokes in a map like Encounter. That means you got like 25 seconds where you're not going to be shot at by everybody, which I think it makes it really easy to play and therefore also good.
I don't have to fight for this to be unplayable this time. I love that. I had to really fight for it in the cruiser one. But yeah, no, I think Gibraltar's just playable in the tier 10 meta overall. I think it's definitely not good in a high DD game. It sucks. But you put BD on it because you can, and now all of a sudden your smokes last even longer. And I've also hidden battleships in with me. Like, I'll just sit back with the battleships, snipe with them, because it doesn't have the best range, but it works. It's workable and such. But you can hide a GK in you with you. Yeah. They'll they might still hit you, but it's still like you can make it a little bit harder. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a decent cruiser.
Oh yeah. Now we get to talk about a glow up.
Oh yeah, my favorite glow up. One of the best glow ups in Blitz history, man.
Oh
Goliath.
yeah, Goliath. It was in neat fixing last year. Where do you guys want to put it now?
Normal Goliath,
Yeah, normal Goliath.
playable. Low competitive, high playable, something like that. Because Tricked is there, I see. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not- I
under
wouldn't-
Elving, it's fine. Something like
I
that.
wouldn't put it in front of Gibraltar.
She actually would. This thing, it's tanky now. It's a now you got the fire chance. Now you actually can cause some fires, along with using a lot of people sleep once again on British AP. That AP from Goliath can 2-shot DDs at tier 10. That is doing some chunky damage. And if you haven't tried a Pig Bay, you definitely should. Because
Another thing people forget about Goliath, its AA is actually surprisingly good with that DFA too. Like if any CV wants to focus Goliath, they will lose a lot of planes, and with the healing that it got now, it's super survivable. Plus the 2 smokes you get are super nice. So I agree with Sly. I think it's higher than Gibraltar.
what do you think of PB? Do you agree? Disagree? Don't care.
I mean, I'm outnumbered. I'd prefer playing the Gibraltar over the Goliath still to this day.
I could see that. I could get that,
Yeah,
but
fair.
yeah, no, it's Goliath is definitely a good glow up though. Definitely good. Tricked.
Competitive.
Jellicoe. Yeah, this is definitely going like nice. Yeah, about like right there. About that. Mid competitive.
It's such a good cruiser once you get Jellicoe on. It's unfair sometimes.
In front of Des Moines?
Oh yeah, that might be an issue. Yeah, I think I'll have to agree there. Definitely not better than Des Moines.
I think it's just because it's so dang tanky. You got the ability to kite and just light people up. And then that AP once again. Especially with Jellicoe, you're deleting DDs almost as fast as a Des Moines. And you've got smoke, and you've got the ability to start better fires at I think, almost better range.
I mean, I won't fight the Goliath being higher, but I could see your point, Pig Bay.
Trying to look at the ranges real quick. Sorry.
It's probably a good idea. Get the facts.
11.72 on what's it called? Des Moines. Slightly more, about like a kilometer more range.
That's a lot.
I think playing Goliath is a very comfortable ship. Like you feel very safe, whereas Des Moines is a lot more action-packed, and I think it's harder to play Des Moines than it is to play Goliath. You could just swap in HE and just spam if you want, but you do have the option to go for the AP route as well.
And Jellicoe just makes that sucker tanky as all get out because you get those heals back.
Yep.
You're printing an entire ship. I don't like. There's a better Des Moines class that I will agree that beats out Tricked Goliath. I will be agreeing with you on that one. But the current Des Moines, I don't think holds up to a Tricked Goliath. I was expecting a response, but yeah, I know, right? Silence.
I'm outnumbered. There's nothing I can say.
It's like whatever. I can't.
I'm outnumbered.
I didn't know if you'd be able to swipe.
I got nothing else.
Okay. Gouden Leeuw. I'm just gonna kinda go like right there. Like regular.
No.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Is it
I
just
had to
because
play-
of the DD thing?
I
Like
think
the
the guns are
secondaries?
actually inconsistent. The guns are fairly inconsistent, and only having 2 of those airstrikes really limit it. It really should have either secondaries or torpedoes on it or something. It needs it to really defend itself against DDs or even have decent guns overall at tier 10. There are better guns at longer range than the Gouden Leeuw.
It needs something to deal with DDs, I agree, but I don't think the guns are as bad as one would think. You're right, they are kind of inconsistent, but I feel like the guns are certainly hard hitting sometimes. I guess you're right, needs fixing. What about Trick then? I know we kind of glanced over the normal one, but that will go into niche.
It's going high niche. It is. You're going to have.
That makes sense.
In NA, I would say that it's very much more in that niche section because of the high DD games. But in EU, when you get in those battleship games, there's a bunch of GKs, bunch of Columbos, stuff like that. you're dumping 40,000-50,000 damage when you drop all 3
Yeah.
airstrikes on something, and it is hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
I definitely think the EU meta, niche or trick Howden is definitely playable, but if we take into account the whole game, for sure needs fixing.
Going back to the last one, I would actually put it above Castilla. And the reason for that is, yes, it doesn't have like a radar or anything like that, but you can use those airstrikes to spot DDs too. So if you're playing with a team that can kill the DD, it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you suffer from losing out on one airstrike. That's true. That's a big risk. But if it pays off. But it's got those secondaries on the side. Like, why aren't cruiser secondaries more?
I think there's a case for a lot of cruisers in this game could get, just some manual secondaries. Like, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Because
Or an
Hunter
auto
could definitely use it.
secondary rework and then get them activated?
that'd be nice.
Something?
Oh, good old heavy cruisers and Blitz, man.
Ah, yeah, they
that-
never want to fix them, do they?
No, let's just leave him to die.
There's only
Oh,
one
yeah.
that I really love playing.
San
Yeah.
Martin.
For heavy cruisers?
That's more of a light cruiser, right?
Yeah, I was like, that's more.
Mm.
We'll get to it.
Yeah,
We'll get to it. All right.
Kurfurst. Remember, we do have a space Kurfurst as well.
This is just normal, basic Kurfurst.
Yep, dispersion build Kurfurst.
I would say
I'm leaving this to you. You guys know this shit more than I do because I don't.
I
play it.
actually just go high playable.
So I still
Like,
got-
it's tanky. It does well in sniping, but I really wouldn't put it into competitive due to A, the DD meta, and B, the CV meta. These things are very easy to hit with CVs. They don't have the AA to hold up, but they are just tanky, and their guns, the 457, since they've gotten upgraded, I think a lot of people sleep on how fun these things are when you have APCS. They slap.
I would say that the biggest surprise every time I play my GK is how hard those guns hit, and every time you hit something, it's a full pen.
Yep.
So that's why I would put it in competitive, just because of the fact that yes, it suffers under FDRs, and in the DD meta on NA, it's probably horrendous to play. But when you get that encounter game where you can just sit back, it's one of the best snipers. Might not be the most precise, but when it hits, it's a truck.
I feel like we should kind of just omit the FDR comment because every ship suffers under FDR, to be honest.
That's
Very
true. I got blapped by an FDR in a San Martin on stream last time. That was really not fun.
No,
Yeah,
that should be
everybody's
fun,
gonna suffer
but-
to that.
Yeah,
the
true.
fucking our overlord.
Big brother always watching. Fun police.
Yeah, the fun police are here. They have ruined your day. I don't know. We'll let PB decide. What are you thinking? Low, competitive or playable?
See, that's the thing. You're asking me. I don't play it. I don't play it.
Well, who's more like who do you agree with more?
That's the best way of going about it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's. And don't worry, I won't hate you if you disagree with me, Pigby. I know you're my gaming husband, but I'm still.
Me neither. I don't care about battleships that
I'm
much.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm looking at what we have in each category right now. I'd say playable, to be honest.
Once it goes back to a more of a BB meta on NA, I think that actually will go right into competitive because it does snipe really well. As you were saying, it dumpsters some damage out. It full pens.
On EU, it's definitely competitive in my opinion.
Probably
So high
agree with,
playable. High playable.
High playable. Okay.
Yeah, I would actually put it over Goliath, yes, because just the tankiness alone is a factor.
It's a tip of the spear. You can snipe for the first little bit, and if you maintain your health, midway push through a game, you're gonna win the game for you, team. Space GK.
Niche.
Top of niche.
I
It's
play
so
my
much fun.
GK like that. I play it completely like that, full space, Franz von Hipper, whole 9 yards. It's fun, but it's really hard to get those pushes going. You're better off sniping.
But 3 space GKs just look awesome when they do a massive push and the enemy team doesn't have enough torpedoes to stop you.
And then you put Hellmarsh on, it's just
I'd say niche as well. I'd agree.
yeah, niche.
That's super fun. I'd highly suggest it if you can get. Actually, though, that bundle was actually really nice a while back, where they were giving the Republic space camo and the space GK camo. I was like, that's a great, phenomenal bundle for the price. So
That's
like,
a great deal.
I almost bought it, but then I remembered that I have the Richelieu, and I don't need another camo for it. Okay, let's talk about the Master of None situation of tier 10 DDs.
Well, I guess it doesn't need fixing, but it kind of needs fixing.
I think it's. I think playable. Honestly,
Okay.
It's
if you want to be
very
fair
compar-
about it.
if you can compare it to a gearing. Honestly, I kind of like playing it more than gearing.
The guns are much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have flatter arcs, so it's easier to hit. They freaking hit hard. I think they hit a little harder than gearing. If I'm not
You got
mistaken.
that,
You know what?
Soviet
do,
shells.
they do.
They are really nice.
Yeah, they
So
do.
it's the guns are just way better. The torps are honestly comparable, and then even the leg mods, they're almost the same.
If
I'd
you
say
want to be
it's-
fair, yeah,
it's
playable.
border,
because it's not a bad
borderline
ship.
fixing. Oh, it's-
It doesn't need fixing. It just needs like something to distinguish itself from being the Soviet gearing. That it's not bad at anything, but it's not excelling at something specifically. I think that's what it desperately needs. Because I have Grozovoi, I don't have gearing. I mean, I've always seen what, for example, Red says is just irrelevant DD because it just feels like it, but it's not bad at all. Just lacking behind.
I'll pull it out of needs fixing just because of the needs fixing in tier 10 meta overall. I still feel like Grozovoi is usable, but it's more just why. Like
Exactly.
I've tried the leg mod on it. Even on my main account, I have the special red C camo and let that on it. It can do decent games, but it's just I think was it Red put it well, is why did Lucian get the torpedo reload one when easily Grozovoi should have gotten it?
It's a premium. But yeah, it's true.
Yeah, gotta sell those premiums, man. You gotta make that money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grozovoi. I'll agree with the guns.
Think,
Guns are better. Guns are better.
I think a lot of Grozovoi fans just like they got their redemption today. It's been in the bottom of a lot of tier lists, and now it made it to mid. Okay, not bad.
Honestly, and now that I'm looking at it, I'd probably bump down gearing because they're almost the same ship.
No, Gearing's got smoke. Is it Smoke 2? I believe it is, and Gearing has way better torps. Way better torps. It's not so big of a spread. And usable HE. I'd say.
I'm gonna have to go with Pigpay here as somebody who plays Grozovoi quite a bit, and have played Gearing. I think Grozovoi should be bottom playable. Gearing should be high playable.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
But Gearing ain't that special compared to Grozovoi.
So it actually does more damage, more HE damage than gearing. I'm like looking at both of these right now. It does more damage and it has a better fire chance. The main thing is the reload I'm looking at. It has like almost a second longer reload.
On torps or main guns.
Main guns. I'm talking main guns right now.
Yeah, the torps on the Grozovoi are zoning torps. They're basically Delny and Grozovoi have the exact same torpedoes. Delny's got way better like overall guns and everything. Putting them right next to each other, I don't like them like that. But we'll add some more in there, so we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, Grozovoi gets redeemed a little bit from this. All right.
I think it's misunderstood.
Yeah, I think you're right. I agree.
I still think
it's misunderstood.
Grozovoi just needs a mobility buff, though. It has cruiser mobility. For a DD, it's incredibly slow.
Kind of sluggish.
Yeah.